Milwaukee is a complex historical tapestry. Within concrete wastelands, amidst Cream City brick, rises our city of today. Business sprouts in the factories of yesteryear. Old haunts become new destinations. In this series, we speak to artists whose work was woven by this landscape and trace the thread back to this new Milwaukee.
My name is Elisabeth Roskopf. I am a contemporary dancer, choreographer, dance educator, a pianist, and I am a mother to my daughter, Alina. I was born in South Korea and I was raised in Appleton, Wisconsin. I started dancing at the age of 6. I became a tap dancer, I took jazz, and then throughout high school, I also performed ballet, hip hop, jazz, a little bit of contemporary, but I didn't become a contemporary dancer until I got to college. Contemporary is a culmination of your own experiences. It's about what you bring as an artist and as a human. Growing up in the Midwest has really shaped me to be the person who I am today, but also it's reinforcing who I want to become. Being in Madison, that was a turning point for me where when I joined Li Chiao-Ping Dance, she helped me realize that I can be proud. I don't have to be ashamed to be who I am. I started from this place of being invisible to now creating my own visibility with this company. When I think about how I express myself, I think about how I want the audience to see me and in my own identity, in my own skin, telling my parts of the story and how I can connect with others through my movement. I often feel stuck in the middle between my birth family and my real family. I belong to both worlds, but I do not fully belong to either world. I fought to belong, even if that meant sacrificing a part of myself. Provenance, A Letter to My Daughter, premiered in the Danceworks Performance MKE concert Sobriquet in May 2022. Christal Wagner, she is the artistic director of the company. She asked me to create a solo. And for the very first time, I would like to share my story as an adoptee. I constantly ask myself if I am Asian enough and what parts of my Korean culture I can choose to claim as mine. All of the parts that have shaped who I am, my story, my experiences, and my complexities are how I create my strong, irreplaceable sense of self as an adoptee. It was a very vulnerable process. This piece was all about myself reclaiming my Korean identity. I realized that this has become a bigger purpose of me connecting with other adoptees through my story and to claim their space and also reclaim their true identities. We are at the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee. I am a ballet lecturer here. I teach the first years. They are dance majors.
Can you just try thinking how far can you stretch by? How much can you pull your shoulder blades and your elbows out to the side? Here's 3, 2, 1, su.
Each dancer is coming in with their own technical background. They may have studied ballet, tap, jazz, contemporary, hip hop, African dance. We're coming together and we're embedding all of what they know into this ballet art form that really respects their contributions and their cultures. I want to create a space for them where we can comprehend, acknowledge, and value each other, and that their experiences are very much an integral part of dance history and practice, where they can feel a sense of belonging and they don't have to feel separate or othered, especially when I'm working with dancers of color. I'm really evaluating the who, what, where, why of dance, and I really want to decolonize the Eurocentric dance forms that are heavily preserved in academia. As one of the only Asian dancers in the dance spaces where I perform in, the choreographers that I worked with have kept me hidden. They always favored the stories and voices of the other white dancers in the spaces. My culture has been underrepresented and undervalued and essentially invisibilized. I was told that I should keep my identity separate from who I am. People of color have to fight, prove ourselves, to know that we are enough, we are worth it. I've learned how to dance with courage and conviction. Being a dancer, being an artist, it really allows you to strip yourselves and be completely bare your soul to the world. You're really showing your wounds and your secrets on stage, all these parts of your whole authentic selves that maybe you can't express through words, but you can speak about it through your own body. I am a graduate student in the Master of Fine Arts program of dance through the Peck School of the Arts at UW-Milwaukee. I really dove deep into my creative research. I am invested in creating this intercultural relationship between contemporary Korean dance and my contemporary dance practice that illuminates stories of identity and movement experiences that center on Asian American voices. I found that discovering my own embodiment through my own practice is the crux to model for others that I am unapologetically embracing who I am as a Korean American woman and dancer. And by sharing my story of identity through my movement, it gives me the agency to be forcibly visible while carrying the embodied knowledge that I inherited from my ancestors. I knew that I wanted to learn more and potentially meet my birth parents, see the place where I was born, and be immersed in my home, essentially, that was taken from me, and be a part of something that I wish that I always could have lived. I am planning to travel to South Korea, and I'm going to be working with Korean choreographers to learn more about the traditional and contemporary Korean dance practices. Who do we make dances for? I thought about my daughter, Alina. She doesn't have to hide who she is, and she won't have to be afraid, and she can stand up for herself in the face of discrimination. She can own her presence and find her sense of belonging in every space that she enters. I see so much of myself in her, and I am forever grateful that we share this unbreakable bond. Being Korean is not about what I am trying to do. Being Korean is about who I am trying to be, who I already am, and who I have been all my life.